through the chair to Councillor Engel. Both motions make sense. To table something under Robert's rules, if I'm not mistaken, means you must bring it back at the next meeting, which is November 10th regardless. So you're covered either way, so we just indicate which of the two you would like to adopt. They're both valid motions that have the same effect.
We'll just table it till the next meeting.
Okay. Questions, comments? Anyone? No? Okay, put to a vote. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. The next item on the agenda is DDAC appointments. Oh,
I think we have to. Sorry, I thought we had to name all the members, but we don't. That's just showing who the members are. Sorry,
okay.
I digress.
Again, I'll assume that everybody's read the package on this and understands the decision that we're being asked to make. Councilor Murray, would you like to put forward a motion?
Motion to appoint Jillian Grant as a new member of the Didsbury Economic Development Advisory Committee.
Are there any questions from the members, concerns?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a point of order, I suppose. Under the structure of the current DDAC bylaw, we are required to have a member appointed who resides in town. Now, the practicality here of the applicant is such that they have great experience and would be an ideal candidate. If council wishes to appoint this member tonight, they may do so. However, they would be in conflict with the bylaw. What administration recommends, if you choose to appoint the member, it would follow that administration would bring this bylaw back for revision to accommodate the appointment, and administration suggests there may be other aspects council wishes to review as to the functionality of what is working for DDAC right now versus the bylaw, which was written some time ago. Perhaps it is time to update that bylaw to mirror what is productive in terms of the function of that group.
Thank you, Mr. Simpson. Would that require that information to be contained in the motion?
No, Your Worship.
Okay, thank you. Other questions and comments from anybody else based on that information? Because that was, just for the record, I shared the same concern. I've heard that her qualifications were exemplary and she was an excellent fit. However, residing out of town, I thought may invoke the ire of some people based on that, so.
Question on that. Chris Overwater does not live in town, and he's on the board.
Through the chair to Councilor Hone, correct. However, he is still currently appointed, and at the time, based on the composition of the board, he is eligible as an out-of-town member, but we don't currently have in-town members who reside in town, if my understanding is correct. And so it's not that one must throw away a good candidate. Perhaps one must base the bylaw in this specific case around where the interest lies in the applicants and then see if they can find some sort of compromise. The administration thinks the shortest way to cut this Gordian knot is to go back after the fact, revise the bylaw. We can even backdate it to the start of this current calendar year if you wish, so that it is a legitimate motion. It's just a bit of a lineal tangle at the moment.
Understood. Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, I would just echo that it seems as if the bylaw wording does not fit to our current situation within this committee, so I believe that we should move forward with these recommendations and look at a bylaw change.
Yeah. If the administration could bring that to the meeting. Okay. Any other comments, questions? Before I thought maybe I saw you with something on there? No? Okay. Okay, okay. All in favor?
Is there a motion?
Sorry, pardon me, thank you. Councilor Engel, could you actually put forward the motion?
No, we didn't.
I did.
You did?
Yep, for Jillian Grant.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I thought we missed it. Just a lot of conversation there, I apologize. So all in favor?
Could that motion be reread, please?
Absolutely.
The motion was to appoint Jillian Grant as the new member of the Didsbury Economic Development Advisory Committee.
I have a question or a comment then. If
we would vote no to that and still have that come back, can she not be, appointed at a later date, or is there a slot to fill on that, committee that needs to be filled right away because of the requirements of that?
Is time of the essence here, Mr. Simpson?
Having not met the candidate nor the committee, but understanding the role and the work that it does, it is maybe my opinion that it is not of the essence. However, it would send a peculiar message to the applicant, first to be rejected, then asked to come back to be accepted. So I'm really not sure what the best way is, but to defer to, I guess, the benefit of the candidate and the business of the committee at hand. So it's not pressing in the strictest sense of the word vote, no, Your Worship.
Given that we haven't taken a vote yet, sorry, give me 1 second, could this be deferred to a later meeting and not rejected?
Yes, it could.
Okay, could we table that motion now?
I would suggest then that Councillor Murray withdraw the motion as currently on the floor.
Can you do that and put forward the next one?
I'd like to put a motion forward to remove or withdraw that motion, please.
We let Mr. go. We don't require a motion to withdraw a motion that hasn't been finalized, so if he
Okay.
wishes to
Needs to
withdraw,
say it.
it's good, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So the motion is withdrawn.
And I make a motion?
Well,
Okay.
Excuse me. Councilor Murray, would you like to put forward the motion to table this to the next meeting? Okay.
Mr. Chair, if I may, so we're looking for a way forward here that's more keeping with the bylaw, but the intention is still to
Correct.
bring the candidate back. Then, the motion that may be most accurate would be to defer to a future council meeting. And the reason I suggest that is simply that we may not have a revised DDAC bylaw at that time. That's probably gonna have to go back for review either at the council level or policy and governance. I've actually not sat at that committee yet to know, but I assume that's where you hammer out the details of your bylaws, Councilor Ringo, from experience here. So, just to take to a future council meeting, administration can then schedule a policy and governance meeting, and that can be one of the first items we deal with in the coming weeks.
for both of them. No, it's just reappointing the whole.
So, the best way forward then would be to reappoint the current members, and then a separate motion to defer the appointment of the remaining member-at-large position until such time as the DDOC bylaw has been revised.
You got that?
Yep.
Okay. Councilor Murray, would you like to put forward that motion?
The motion to reappoint Don Stewart, Chair, Sterling Taves, Chris Overwater, Jesse Argueta, Lori Fisher, and Lori Hodge to Disbury Economic Development Advisory Committee as presented.
Any more questions, concerns? No? Put it to a vote then. All in favor? Opposed? Okay, so carried. Councilor Murray?
I'd like to put forward a motion to defer the appointment of the member-at-large of the Disbury Economic Development Advisory Committee to a future council meeting.
Discussion, questions? No? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. request a motion to adjourn.
I move that council adjourn the organizational meeting.
At what time?
7:04.
Questions, concerns? All in favor? Sorry. Opposed? No. So carried. Pass that rough patch. So we'll reconvene the regular council meeting for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025 at 7:05 p.m. The next order of business is the CAO report. Bill, would you like to make a motion on that? Or, sorry, Councilor Stevens. I will get this eventually.
I move to accept the Chief Administrative Officer report. I move to accept the Chief Administrative Officer report for October 28th, 2025 as information.
Is there any discussion required? Are there questions, concerns about the report?
No concerns. Two items I noted in here, the 23rd Street Road rehabilitation, I'm glad to see this happening. That engagement is taking place with the County of Mountain View, Alta Gas. I guess it'll be the Waste Commission, and getting that road sorted out, so that's one that I thought was important. And the lateral line East Reservoir update, glad to see that in there. I know that you guys are posting a lot of the information now online and keeping people made very aware of what's going on with that project. So thank you for those updates in there. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilor Engel. Anyone else?
Yeah, good report. Glad to see it in the format it's given, with packed with information. Just a question on the lateral line East Reservoir. Interesting to understand that the project is being managed by the Water Services Commission, who will own the lateral line up to the mechanical components inside the reservoir. Is there only one connection into that reservoir, into our line? Or is there, what all do they own? Is there anything that's going new up to the old site? Or is it just to that is all that's needed?
Through the chair, I would defer, I could give a general answer, but if my Director of Engineering Infrastructure is willing to elucidate on that, I would defer to that gentleman over there, Councilor.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for the question. So the lateral line that's coming from Mountain View Water Commission is, we have one that goes to the Butte, and then we'll have another one that comes to the East Reservoir. So in essence, we'll have two connections at the time. I don't know if I remember the second part of your question.
And who owns it till when? Till where?
Thank you for that. So yeah, so the components of the Mountain View Water Commission's work includes all of the internal components right up to the meter, where we consider the chain of custody transfer. So that goes from them to us, and then we're then the responsible entity after that part. But they own the line, they own the turbidity and the chlorine measurement systems, and a few other check valves and odds and ends inside our building. But that chain of custody is actually at the meter.
That's all
I have a question. What is the handover date to the town after it's complete? Like, how long do they warranty that work for?
So through the chair, I would point over to Mr. Fox to give the specifics on that one.
All right, thank you for that question. Warranty is within the contract, so we go 2 years after the completion of the work, so we issue the CCC, we follow city calendar specs. So we do the CCC FAC component. Is that familiar?
Sorry, just point of order there. Questions to administration should come to the chair, to administration, moving forward. Just, thank you. Okay, any further comments, questions? Like you're looking around. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay, we've got the motion, so we'll put it to a vote. All in favor of motion? Opposed? So moved. Okay, the next item of business is amending the signing authorities for the town. There are three separate motions required here. Kurt, would you like to put forward the first one?
Yeah, so I move the council rescind resolution 122-25 to approve the town of Pittsburgh bank signing authorities as follows: Mayor Rhonda Hunter, Deputy Mayor Curtis Engel, Councillor John Baswick, Councillor Dorothy Moore, Councillor William Windsor, Chief Financial Officer Amanda Riley, Manager of Financial Services Shannon Milligan. This is all one of two separate, so that's the first one.
Are there questions, comments, concerns around that motion? Okay, let's put it to a vote. All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
And to approve the council member bank signing authorities for all Connect First Credit Union accounts as follows: Mayor Chris Little and Deputy Mayor, do you prefer Bob or Robert? Robert Moore. Murray. Robert Murray.
Questions, concerns, motion? Okay, put it to the vote. All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
And to approve the administrative bank signing authorities for all Connect First Credit Union accounts as follows: Chief Administrative Officer Michael Simpson, Chief Financial Officer Amanda Riley, Manager of Financial Services Shannon Milligan.
Questions, comments? Okay, to a vote. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. Opposed for a second, everyone. Okay, so the next piece of business on the agenda is the council group accident and critical illness insurance for 2026 to 2029. Will, would you like to make a motion on that?
I move to approve Plan F 24/7 group accident insurance and $15,000 critical illness insurance for the years 2026 to 2029 for eligible council members.
Is there any discussion or comments around that?
I guess, first of all, what is eligible? I don't know what the eligible council member is. And is there any way we can opt out of this, or is it just sort of a group coverage that we would need to sign on to for the group to get? I don't particularly need it, but I don't know what the eligibility is, and I don't know if someone can opt out.
Mr. Simpson? So just taking a cue from my CFO, eligibility is age-based and it's group insurance. Were there further comments to make that more clear? I would just turn this full response over to Mrs. Riley.
Thank you and welcome. So the age base, it's different for critical illness versus the 24/7 coverage. So that's at age 80, whereas critical illness is age 70. Otherwise, all counselors would be eligible. And then it is group insurance, meaning we there wouldn't be an opportunity to opt out.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we'll vote. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. I'm not sure I'm supposed to read these, but correspondence and information, I'm told there's none, so we'll skip that. And that moves us on to question period, so I'll call for any questions from the gallery this evening.
Yeah.
All right,
What do we
what's,
ask those? The galleries for questions? No?
what would those questions be? Okay, suspiciously quiet over there, so I'll take it that there's no questions. That is our final piece of business for the evening, so I will call on Mr. Lambert to put a motion forward for adjournment.
I put in a motion that council adjourn the meeting at 7:50 p.m.
Any concerns, questions? No? Put it to a vote. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.